So it's finally time to take a look at part 2 of the building process of the custom Lego aquarium that I had commissioned with the Lego artisan or Kim Plata probably about a month or two ago. It's been a slow process, but we are here building up what will be my favorite half of this 32 by 32 baseplate modular, which is the large aquarium tank. As you can see, I needed a lot more fish to finish the project, 61 in fact, but we have another Mills plate ready to go, and we are going to be building part 2 today. We still have tons of pieces. I resorted everything after building the first base plate, which consisted of viewing rooms, aquarium tanks, and a check-in or like ticket desk gift shop. There is a video on part 1 of that. You can check that out at the end of this if you missed it. So basically, just going through the instructions, they're very, very simple and easy to use. The build is pretty straightforward. I didn't want a lot of complicated or complex details. I just wanted it to be fun and easy to do. So we have a lot of tiling here, which will match up nicely with the other base plate building, and we have the columns that are going to be supporting the weight of the tank. So this is a much taller building than I usually create, but I thought it'd be fun to have this elevated so that you could see it with different viewpoints from anywhere within the city. So these are all the foundational blocks that are going to be used. As you can see, there is sitting area underneath the tank so that you can walk in from the street, have a seat, then go in, grab your tickets, and then go upstairs to visit the aquarium. So very simple in design, but very effective. I didn't want too many details to clutter it, and we are going to go and start the floor for the aquarium. And this is going to be a really special floor because the plant life and the sea creatures are going to be on a plate that you can slide into this, but we do have to make the base of it first. And you can see that we do have these bump outs because they are making absolutely amazing detail here on the sides with the quarter round pieces to create additional tank details that come out at you. So that is very cool. And as you can see, all of the fish is being used. I thought I would have even fish left over from the 61 I bought, but I could still use more fish. There's never too many fish in an aquarium. So I am just going through and starting to put in some of the details. But here we are. We're going to start like the best part of this, which is this 16 by 16 plate. Actually, I think we're going to add a few little pieces to it to make it a little bit bigger. But as you can see, this is going to be the foundation right here for the most amazing part, which is, if I'm going back, here we go, all the sea life and how that's going to look in the tank. And I think that looks so amazing. And we might make some changes as we go through, but here you can see just the point of this plate was to be able to slide it in and out, so you weren't having to reach in your fingers to try to get things into the right place. And then if you wanted to change it, you could bring it out, and it's very simple, very, very modular with the tiles underneath so that it slides right in. And we actually picked up some additional sea life in addition to what Kim had put in there. We did have the turtle, and we had the shipwreck guy's little hermit crab, but you can see we utilized so many different plant parts and plant pieces to make seaweeds. And we have hidden the manta ray in there, as well as 2 sharks, which is really fun, and a lot more fish and a lot more seaweed than was even called for. I just kind of started adding in anything that I could find, and the trans blue columns really help to elevate this. It's a nice way to add some height and depth into the ocean floor, so we tried to go with a variety of levels. And as you can see, it slides in so nicely, and I will be able to slide it in and out if I want to change it up or add something more to it. It looks absolutely fantastic in there. As you turn the aquarium around from the different angles, there's always something to look at. Here's one particular angle where the shark looks absolutely amazing, which might be this one here coming around. I had a couple different sharks, so we tried to fit them both in, but so much fun. And this is the angle right here that the figs will look at when they're inside the aquarium. So I wanted to make sure that the little hermit crab and the turtle were really good for viewing for the figs inside the building. And what we need to do next actually is go ahead and make up the sort of wall that divides the modular building number 1 from this modular building here. I also wanted to keep it very easy to open up, so we're actually going to be building just a big panel of trans blue panels all connected together, to form a plate that's going to close this in, so it'd be absolutely easy to remove as well if I want to get back in there, but it's not built into the other pieces. So I think that will make it very simple if we want to go in and change things around a little bit, and it's still extremely stable nonetheless. So here it is. This is the panel, very simple. It's going to click into place, and we'll lock it in at the top. So it is still, as I mentioned, very stable in there, and it doesn't move around. It is locked into place. And after we build this, the last thing that needs to be built is the roof, and that is it. And again, this is another simple roof design like the first building's roof. We just copied it. We did add a special touch to this roof though, you're gonna see in just a minute. But we're just gonna have a little fun here looking around and give you a top-down view of the aquarium. I think this is very cool. I just love it. I love anything to do with the ocean. So here it is. Here is a special feature that's gonna go on the roof, which is an additional little tank or water tower type feature. I didn't want it just to be a plain water tower. I wanted it to be kind of a little bit whimsical with the fish and the seaweed inside. So as you can see, we're gonna build it up and we're going to just clip it into place on one side with the plates there. And then we have the blue corner tiles. I really like that detail, but that is going to just clip into place and look like a really cool little feature instead of having just a plain roof on top. And when it goes on, you'll see it matches up perfectly with the other roof as well. So I love that detail. I love that we came up with that little idea. I thought a water tower would be a fun addition to an aquarium just because of the theme, but then adding in the trans blue and additional fish just make it look that more fun. So guys, we did it. We built part 1 and part 2 of the aquarium. This is a two plate modular, so it is huge. It is actually even huger when you see them put together. At the end of this, I'm going to show you the two together, but in the next video we are going to show putting the two together, and we'll take a look at the aquarium as a complete unit, and then we'll get it into the city. So I put a playlist at the end of this of all the videos that went into creating this masterpiece. Check it out, and I will see you in the next video.